Hello everyone. Today we'll look into clean the data in MySQL Workbench. I'm going to start with the raw data. So I'll show this raw data now. So this raw data currently is in CSV form. So let's look at the columns now. Caller customer ID. We have email, phone, address, rewards, member, survey date, survey time, satisfaction rating, service feedback, product quality, visit frequency, recommend to friend, free test response. These are the columns that we have. We have around 13 columns, and our data is around 106 rows. Okay, so we'll get this data into our MySQL. So we'll create one database. We'll create a database called July. Since I'm working in July 26, I'll call it as July 26. We'll run it using the flash button. So database is created. If I refresh the schema, you'll see the data will be selected. We'll select it. Use July 26. I have to use the database. So as we run this, we will get to see it will be selected. Yes, it is selected. Now we need to bring that table. So we'll right click on this tables folder, table data import wizard. This is the method to pull the CSV from your laptop. So I'm coming to the name, same folder, new folder, raw data. Just now we had a look at that. We'll bring that into our system. So it's asking where to create. It will create as July 26 database, and the raw data will be the name of the table. We are fine with that. You can see some columns it will understand. If it is customer ID in integer, it has understood. Email, things are good. When it comes to survey date and time, it is considering as text only. The reason is MySQL records the data as year first, then month, and then day. So that we have to rectify, and there could be some different formats. So we need to clean that. The rest of the things are text or int. So we are fine with these things. We look at what all we can clean. So click on next, click on next, click on next, finish. This data is available in the link for you as well. You can download that from my drive, and you can also get it into your MySQL and work along with me so that you can practice hands-on. So we have the data. To check the data, as I click on the table name, you can see it is populated all the columns. We'll check what is there inside the table. Select star from raw. You can use this second flash button, and the shortcut for running is Control plus Enter in your keyboard. Control plus Enter. When you run that, you can see there are some challenges in this data. So let's identify what all we can fix. We can fix something like, I'm just noting it down. Customer ID, if you observe, immediately you could see there are duplicates. There can be many more duplicates. Okay, so currently if you look at, there are 104 rows. So if you want to check how many actual customers are there, we will look it into distinct customer ID from raw data. So as I run this, control enter, we can see there are 98, but we encountered 104 because there are around 6 duplicates. Right? We'll have to fix that, so we'll call it as remove tickets. We'll do that first step. Then coming back to this query again, we have email and phone, two different columns. In some places, let's see our this emails, this thing, or let's say I'll say star from raw data. Uh, just that we'll see what is there in email, which is like null. I'm not sure if it is null. So it says no rows. That means all those are blanks. So it's going to be just like no text inside. That's why it is showing like that. So let me run that and see. Yeah, there are 51 rows with this blank text. Blank text. Same thing would happen with phone as well. Let's take phone column. There are some columns, some rows in phone having blank. So I'm checking that now. Yes, there are around 62 rows with blank text in the phone columns. We need to look into what can be done for this. Okay, so we'll try to combine email, phone, and if both are not available, we'll say that data is not available. This will do for the second and third column. Next, look at address. If we just show you address from raw data, if you just look at address, it has got something like street, city, and state. Three things are there. We need to fix this. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll think about splitting this column. We'll split it into at least three columns. We'll see how to do that. Okay, let me run this back again. We can look into rewards member. You can see there are some small cases, some upper cases. We'll make it uniform. Okay. How to make it uniform? We'll make it completely in uppercase. So we'll say uppercase for rewards when we don't have a proper case in MySQL. We'll have to work with left and right function. But however, for this we'll use uppercase. Now survey date is not a date. If you observe here, it is showing as text. We need to convert into date. Before doing that, we will format date to date date only, and then alter to date data type. Okay, and same thing we will do for time as well. The time, that is survey time, it is currently showing as text. We'll convert into time, and we'll convert this into time. This is our next step. Then we see ratings, and sometimes you can see blank as well. Let's see. So is there anything? Yes, okay. There are some things. We'll check that again. Okay, all seems to be okay. Just for confirmation, let's say select satisfaction rating from raw data. What we're doing is we're checking every column. So you can see it's not 4, which means all are filled if there are no blanks. Okay, we'll keep it as it is. Then we'll come back to our data. Select star from raw data. So rating is done. Service feedback. Let's have a look at service feedback, how it looks like. Service underscore feedback. So when I run this, you have 104 items. For standardizing this, we'll check how is it as distinct. Okay, we'll run it distinct. Good service, excellent, average service, excellent, poor service twice. We have average and great service. We'll try to standardize this and get it as few items. Okay, standardize service feedback. Okay, we'll come back to our service feedback is good. We have product quality. We'll have a look into product quality once. Select product quality data showing 104. Let's put it as distinct and see. Okay, there are high, medium, and low. This is fine. Don't have to do anything. We could also think about standardizing if we add any chance of one more high or medium in different cases. That should be fine. So the last few columns left. In the visit frequency, we'll check what is visit frequency. Visit frequency. As I run this, I can see there are some 104. Let's see distinct. As we run this distinct, there are only 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how it is. So good enough. No need to clean. It's good as it is. Let's come to recommend to friend. Yeah, yes or no. So let's have a look at should we clean this or not. Recommend to friend. As I run this, spelling error. It's got 104. Let's see if I check distinct. Distinct. Distinct pulls only unique values. There are only two, yes and no. So things are good. No need to clean that. At least the last column. I can quickly look at this and tell you we need to trim it because there are some leading and trailing spaces here. Not happy, loud, the latest, and so on. Okay, we'll think about how to standard or we'll trim the lead text response column. Okay, these are the things that we have planned. We'll do one by one. I can take a new query and start doing it. So first we'll work on how to um, remove duplicates. How to remove duplicates. For that, we'll duplicate this table. Okay. We'll create one more table. But before that, let me show you what is the plan. I'm showing we have the data lake. These are the 13 columns I have. This will add one more column which should define me the row number. It's just like index number, so we'll say row number. Row number is a window function. We need argument, no argument. We'll use over clause. And inside this over, we'll plan for partitioning by customer ID because we can identify the duplicates there. So we'll say customer ID. I have to say partition. Partition is similar to your group by. When you do it outside, you will say group by. When you do it within window, we should say partition by. Let's take a call on which one to delete. So if you look at this first one and second one, Jane Smith has entered initially 4 rating and good service. Later has decided to put it as 5 and excellent. This is the latest time. Latest time. So we'll pick this time. So we'll order by this column survey time, copy survey time. That too we want it as descending. Okay, we'll just try this one. We have to give an alias for this column. Let's call it as RN. So running this, yeah, it is 1545 has gone up, and that has been given as first row number. And second row number is later ones. So what we can do is we can keep only one wherever there is one and remove the rest of things. Okay. Remove the duplicates. To do that, we need this as an alias table. However, I'll show you another way to do this. We'll create table, and this time we'll call it as raw data copy. We'll keep a copy of our raw data. With this, you just have to insert as. So whatever you see here along with the new column will also be considered when we create this table. Okay. Always it's better to keep one copy of the raw data so that whenever things go wrong, you can come back to main data. So now I am running this, so it is created. So now onwards, we will be using this new table. You can see a new column called row number. It's begin. That's fine. So this is going to help me to clean the data. So let's come to this, select. Now start from raw data copy. We are using the second table. Run it. You can see it is. Now we can filter this and say where raw where rn equal to 1. Only 1 I am keeping. Remaining we can complete. So this has come as 98, which means this is clean. Okay. So this we can keep it as our reference. Okay. We need to delete all the rows which are duplicates. To check the duplicates, I am telling, let's say, greater than 1. There might be instance that it has got more than one time. So as I run this, there are some six rows. 1 is repeated, 2 is repeated, 8 is repeated, like this as per our plan. All the row numbers which are more than 1 is here. We want to delete this. So we'll use delete now. Delete from top data copy where rn greater than 1. So whenever rn is greater than 1, we were ready to get rid of that. So we are deleting it. By chance, if you are getting an error for this, we can make sure that we are keeping our SQL save updates to 0. So I'm running this first fifth line. So SQL save that is 0. Now I'm going to delete all these raw numbers 2 rows. So 6 rows got affected. Now let's check what is there in the data. Yes, you can see it has come to so raw data copy, right? Raw data copy. I'll check this. You can see 104 was the earlier. Now you can see 108 means all this having row number 1 on. So you can see that we removed duplicates here. Now we don't need actually that extra column RN. It was only for the purpose of looking duplicates. So we can get rid of that by using alter table raw data copy alter label this. We need to tell to remove the column. We should use the keyword drop and mention drop column. Which column we should mention? So RN is the column I don't want. So we'll check RN, run this. So it's done. Now when I come back to this and run it, you can see that the last column RN is no more. Here it is still showing in the information. As I refresh the schema, that is gone. RN is not there. So we did remove duplicates by using row number function. Okay, this part is done. So we want to combine. The next step is we want to combine email, phone, and say otherwise unavailable. So we'll have to do some tricks. First, we'll update all emails. Okay, for that I'll say update raw data copy set email equal to null. I want to make it as null where email equal to blank. So you remember that we had blanks in the email, so we'll complete that. So 49 rows were affected. The same stuff we'll do for phone as well. Wherever phone is showing blank text, convert that into null. Because null is going to help me. So we got 58 nulls in this. So if you check the data now, you can see null value. So this will be helpful when I do combining of columns. So to show you, earlier we had email, we have phone. What we'll do is we'll use a function called as coalesce. Coalesce is a function which pulls the first non-null value from columns. So I'm telling pick the email, pick the phone, and if it's not available in both, let's say not available. So what does this coalesce do? It will go to this column first. If Jane Smith is available, that will be the value. If at all it's not available, it will bring the phone number. If both are not available, then it says not available. So let's check if it's true. I'm just creating the derived column before we update. So you can see email, phone. If email is only available, email is coming, phone is available. Phone is coming if both are not there, not available is displayed. So we'll set this as our new column. For that, we'll add one column. We'll add one column. We'll add one column called contact. Okay. For that again we need to use DDL alter table raw data copy add column. We're adding a new column. We'll call it as contact. Which means either through email or phone or it's not available. So contact, and since it has got mix of number alpha, we'll call it as text. Just create it. When I come, okay, let's check this data once. Only this part I'll run. So you can see the contact has come in the last and it is moved to the last place. So we want it in the place just after our customer ID. So we'll again write the same command alter table raw data to copy. I just have to modify the column contact which is text. We want it after customer ID. Okay, I could have done it here only. I could have while adding only I would have said after customer ID. Since I missed it, I'm modifying it now. So yes, it has been done. So let's check the data. Select star from raw data copy. Okay, I have to run this using first flash button. You can see the contact is moved to this place. Okay, second place. Now we'll update this. Update raw this table. Set the column contact as we'll use this formula called coalesce. Okay, we'll do that. Running it. So it updated. So let's check the data again. So let's start from raw data. So you can see contact column has been updated. Wherever there are no values in email and phone, it's showing are not available. Otherwise, it's picking the first non-null value. Now we don't need this email and phone number anymore. So we'll alter table raw data copy. We'll have to drop this column email ID. So drop column email. We have to do one by one. Again, we'll say drop column phone as well. So two of these columns we are removing. Running this, so two columns will be removed. So again, when you check this raw copy, you can see we got rid of phone and email, and we have a new column called contact. This is done. So next thought is we have address. We need to split it. Okay, split it into three columns. Okay, so for that we need three columns. Before that, let me show you the trick what we want to do. Select address, and I'll use one function called substring index. In our MySQL, we should use substring index. This function is going to split this text. Okay, so I am telling address. In the second argument, we should tell what is the delimiter. Here, the delimiter is comma. So I'm putting comma inside quotation, and then I should tell what is that you are looking at. I am looking at the first part of the text. So up to this 123 main ST. That is one first column. I'll just call it as, let it be the same formula so that you can understand. Okay, I'll put a comma. Next line. This time I'll show you what happens for this. If I pull 2, in the last column we'll take this again. This time I'll keep it as 1. I'll copy this to show you second column that I'm looking at. This place I'll put it as 2 and split it after second comma, and then we'll say the third one, but to do that we'll use reverse index -1 from raw data copy. So just have a look at this. We have the original address. We are trying to derive 3 columns. Let me show you how it looks like. So 123 Main Street has come in one column. IL has come on the last column. That's fine. In between, we have got this, since we split according to second delimiter, has come as both of this. Here I don't want both of this. I just want the second word. So what we'll use it? We'll use the same substring again on top of this substring. So I'm using substring index on top of this. Let me do that. Substring index. I have to write this again. So I'll take substring index. Okay, this was the first function which was returning like this. From here, we'll say again the delimiter is comma, and we'll use -1 for reverse index, and let's see what will be the output. We'll run this query. You can see now only the middle part has come here. This is one of the tricks to pull the middle part. Okay. Unlike Excel where you can do text to columns, here you will have to use this trick. So knowing this, we want to create these three columns in our main table. So we'll, as per plan, we'll add it. To add it, I need the alter table, draw, data copy, add column. We'll add the first column as street. We'll take it as text. We'll add one more column as city. That also be text. We'll add one more column, state as text. So that data type is defined. Three columns we are trying to add. Run this. It's been successful. If you just want to see the data, I'm selecting this part and showing you from first flash button. You can see three columns would be added in the street, city, state. We'll populate these using this derived columns, whatever we do. So we're going to set update, raw, data copy, set. We want to set street column to be the first derived column as we saw. Okay. Then again we'll set city as the second split to get the middle text. For the last one, we'll set state equal to this, the last part of the address. So we're putting this, and let's put a column. I need to just work on things. Hope it's not requiring set three times. So just requires set city street to this, city to this, and this state to this. So let's run this. It has been successful for 98 rows. Now we'll select star from raw data and check how it looks like. As I run this using first flash button, you will now be surprised to see street is populated with the first word, city from the middle word, state from this. This is enough, and we can keep it at the end. There is no problem. But if you wanted to keep it in the beginning only, while altering the column, while altering the table and adding, we could mention after which column. After maybe after the address or contact we could do. Currently, I'm making this. You can get rid of this address column, alter table, raw data, copy. We'll drop column address. So this column we want to get rid of. Control enter. Let's again check the data. Select part of this query. Use the first flash button. You can see address is gone away, and we have our three new columns: street, city, state. Good. So we were able to add three columns instead of this address column. Okay. We have to convert this into uppercase, rewards member into uppercase, that is this one. So we'll say, I'm just increasing the font. We want to update the data copy set rewards member, which is this column. copying the field name, paste it here. We'll just use trim function on this and also use above, and inside that we'll give the same column name. We're just trimming and cleaning this function. This column will be trimmed and turned into uppercase. So it's been done. So when I look at data now, you can see all are turned to SN now. SN now. Okay, let's come to the next question. We have to change the format of date to date and data type as well. So let's work on it slowly. So I'm taking only the survey date from raw data copy. We'll run this. So you can see this. So what we want is we want to change this to proper format. For that the function is string to date. Let's say yeah, string to date. It's called string to date. The arguments inside should be whatever we want to first use the column. Then here there is a trick you should know. If at all the date is dd mm yyyy, for 2Ds we should use the format like percentage d. Small d stands for 2Ds. And here what is the delimiter? Delimiter is hyphen. So I give hyphen. Again put percentage. This is month. 01 is month. We'll put it as small m. Hyphen again. 2026 is year. So since year is in 4 letters, we should use capital Y. So this is the existing format. So we'll tell that based on this format, change the string to date. Currently it is a string. Okay. So let's see how it works. Yes, it has been able to do it. Okay. So we'll use this trick and update our table. Update, uh, update the table. Set this column survey date equal to this new derived value. Whatever value we have in derived value, we'll use that. So as I run this, you can see it is converted. Now when we check the raw data, where do I have? Select start from. So let me show the data. Select start from raw data copy. Run it. You can see the dates are converted to proper type, but still it will be in date format. Sorry, text format. So we need to alter table raw data. Modify. Whenever you want to change the data type, you should use modify survey date. This is survey date to the new data type. The new data type I want to do is date. Okay. So when you run this by refreshing the schema, you will see that survey time, survey date is turned to date. Okay, it is turned to date. So the same activity will do for time as well. So first we'll check what is there in time. So I'm copying this. Instead of date, we'll work on time now. So time. Here also I should put time. Here our date was in the form of 0830, which means hours and we have minutes. We don't have seconds. So what we'll do is we'll remove this part. We'll remove this and say colon. Here I should use H and here I should use M. So I will put it as H, and this minutes, since we already have M for months, minutes cannot be M, so we'll use I. I is the notation for minutes. And one more thing to notice, our date in this table, if you have the query, you can see the time here is 15 hours also, which means it's a 24 hours time format. If it was only 12 hours, I can use small h. Since it is 24-hour format, we'll have to use capital H. Capital H. So 8:30 or 15:25. So that we are trying to modify. Let me show you this data. So you can see 15:25 is now 15:20, 45. Okay. 18 is 18. 9 is 9. So this is good enough. So we'll update our table just similar to this. So we'll say update table set. This column name is time equal to, we'll use this new derived value. We are setting the new old time to the new time that we want. So we convert this, run it, it's done. So let's select the data from raw data. You can see that now the time is also standardized. So we just have to alter table and modify the data type. So alter table, modify the time column, and we can confidently change this to time. Time is also one formatting data type. So when I refresh the schema, we will see that time is converted to time format. That's good enough. So we were able to clean both date and time column. Now we need to see a we need to standardize this service feedback. Okay, we need to standardize service feedback. For that, we'll use this trick. So the next step we are doing is we're trying to look at these distinct values. We want to keep the same thing across. So wherever there is poor service, it should be only once. Okay, so let me just try it out with a new column now. So I'll use a new column, the case statement, when this column service is equal to this data, good service, let it be good service, excellent. There is an excellent, there are two types of excellence. So we'll use only one. So for that I'll use the trick like we'll use pattern matching, like percentage excellent. Luckily in MySQL it's not case sensitive, so I can get this. We'll just convert this. When service feedback is like excellent, we'll try to write it as proper spelling, and only once. We don't need that excellent with exclamation. Okay, so we're just modifying that. We are clearing it. We want average service and average. Both should look like single. So we'll say when service feedback, like wherever there is average, we'll just convert that into average service. Okay, that is done. Poor service, not able to make out distance. Let's copy this row. When service feedback equal to poor service, there is an extra space there. Okay, so we understood. So we'll say like percentage, even if it is so, we'll put it as this. Then we want proper spelling, so we'll use poor. Yes. Okay, that's done. Hopefully everything is rest of fine, good and service are only one time. So we'll end this case, and I'm not giving any alias, or if you want just an alias, new column, NC I'll put. Let's run this. So you can see good service has become null, great service has become null. Otherwise, you can see poor service, clean, excellent is good. Average service has become average. Okay, we'll have to use this average also. So we'll copy this again. We'll put as one more where we have small a. Although it was not that case sensitive, let me check. No, it's not working. It's taking this service only. Okay, let's try it as service as well. Yes, now it is working. So good service and great service also will protect. So I'm just copying it. Wherever we have good, we'll say good service, good service. It's not taking directly, so we'll put it as service. Run it as it's filled. Great service also we should change. So copy this again, paste, modify this to great service. This is great service. Okay, and I run this now. All will come into proper spellings. Okay, there are no miscellaneous, it's all standardized. So we'll have to do this in our main table. So we'll use a concept called update, update table, or I can directly say update this, set this this column, that is service feedback, to, we'll directly put this case inside that. So we'll take the case only, copy, and put the case as our new data for service thing. So I'm completing this, running this. So this would have changed all our data in service feedback in a proper shape. So let's check that. Star, star from select star from raw data copy. Let's look at that. So you have excellent, good service, excellent, poor service, excellent. So this is how we standardize the data. Okay, you'll have to depend on case statement. So this is done. We have done standardizing that. We'll have to trim the free text response that was pending. So we'll come to this. We'll check how is it now. Free text response. Let's look at this alone. So you can see some spaces before the text, after the text. So we'll see if it works immediately in a derived column. I'm using free. Set this free text response. I'm just trimming it to see how it looks like. Yeah, this looks much better. You can see the extra spaces will be gone. So we'll set it in the our table as well. We'll update raw copy set. We just have to set this column to this derived value. So this 54th line, whatever written, it is for testing our case. Once we test it, we'll use that in our real update. It is the best practice so that you don't damage your data. This is done. Updating is also done. Let's check the data now. Select star from raw data copy. As I run this, here we have the beautiful data. Customer IDs have no duplicates. Contact has been filled with all proper data where you either have email or phone. And if both are not available, we have put it as not available. We used coalesce for that. We converted this rewards member to uppercase. We took some time to clean the date, survey date column, survey time column. We changed the data type to respective date and time. We did nothing on satisfaction rating. For service feedback, we standardized We add some excellent with exclamation mark, some extra space and all. We use the same distinct values across. Then we didn't do anything on product quality, frequency, recommend to friend, but we saw that text response had to trim. We just trimmed, and in between where we had address, we have taken new columns called street, city, state. So we have done our work. Another trick I'll show you, in case if you want to do it much faster, as you click on the schemas, in this you get one spanner button. So click on this tool button. You get to see all. Okay. So currently I'm not doing it. So this is how we can clean the data in MySQL. I can also clean the data in Excel, Python, Power BI, Tableau, or any other tool. But this lesson was mainly to show you how to clean the data in our MySQL. Happy learning.